Alright, what up, it's Shankster94, and welcome to my 47th weekly Q&A. I'm your host, Shankster94, aka The Gamer Shankster. This is a place for you guys to ask questions, receive answers, communicate, have pitiful comment wars against each other, and for the occasional troll to show up and get immediately blocked by me. Fun fact, Eric Winters, who was apparently Darker Fox the whole time in the previous, well, in all streams since his, I don't know, first account, he managed to keep his cool for a little while, and then I guess I broke it, and he just went all off, and I'm like, bye! Alright, so who do we got here? We got the usual contenders, obviously. The top two, I'd probably say the top two viewers of these live streams are here. Wyatt Shottrand and Manif Muff. Let me go to the live control. Okay, who else we got? Smith Wesson. Spy Red Rum. Shinobi03. Chastity Sanders, hello. Jump Kid Gamer, hello. Old Gaming, my beard looks off. Yeah, it is a little long. It's kind of hard to keep straight. I know. This side, or no, this side, it does look a little longer. I know. Nothing I can do about it. I could style it, but I don't want to touch it. It's like a personal experiment of mine. Logan Kelly, hacks? What am I hacking? Oh great, we got an account that says Resident Evil sucks. This should be interesting. We'll see where they take it. Alrighty. I got bottles of water ready to go. Let's get the 1 hour timer started. Alright people, start asking questions. Enough with the hellos. I know slow mode is on, but we already got like 11 concurrent viewers, so it shouldn't be too slow. And Wyatt Shottrand, you could always jump in if you have to with your secret. Alright, timer 1 hour and 0 minutes. Well, I'm not going to start it until I get like a legitimate... Alright, there you go. Here we go. My beard looks weird, Shinobi3. Too bad. Amar Smojlovic. What do I hope to see for a future Resident Evil 8 or Revelations 3? Or, what do I hope to see for future Resident Evil? 8 or Revelations 3? I would be more open to 8, personally. I mean, is a Revelations 3 necessary? I mean, is there an in-between event that we need to see now? What was Revelations 2? Revelations 2 was between 5 and 6, right? So if we were to have a Revelations 3, it would take place between 6 and 7. But doesn't Vendetta take place between 6 and 7? So we kind of don't need a Revelations 3. Alright, Wyatt Shottrand, my reaction if you wanted to Skype every single day. I'd be like, hell no, man. That would be a management nightmare. Spy Red Rum, Glock 17 versus Colt 1911. What gun do I want in a new Resident Evil game? Out of those two weapons, I'd like to see a return of the Colt 1911. I feel like, even though it's got a few games, I think it could use a little more. Yes, Manif Muff. Eric Winters apparently was Darker Fox. Either that, or he was just claiming he was to try to get under my skin one final time before I blocked his ass. There's no way to know for sure. But it doesn't matter. He's not going to be commenting on these anymore because he crossed the line in the last stream. Jump Kid. Foe of Resident Evil 5 gameplay. For what? Jump Kid. Well, Resident Evil 5 in my series of full plays isn't coming for a while, but we got, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 more games before that. Wyatt Shottrand, which is more badass, Jill with MP5 submachine gun or Jill with Wyndham? I feel like the MP5 submachine gun is one of her signature submachine guns. For some reason, I just feel that way. Old gaming. What do I think of Fortnite? Well, I don't play it, so I don't really have a solid opinion about it. And I'm not going to try it, so I wouldn't even bother telling me that I should. I don't play, like, a lot of mainstream games. Logan Kelly. Weight out of all the knives in Resident Evil, what is the worst? The worst knife in Resident Evil. For me, one of the worst ones is either in Remake or Zero. Yeah. That's what I would say. Alright. See, even with slow mode on, for the chat that's right over here, I'm already falling behind, so I gotta use this one that I could scroll back on. So, what was the next question? Okay. Resident Evil sucks. Why? Well, that's just your subjective opinion, Resident Evil sucks, so it's not my fault that they're so gay to you. You just don't like them. That's all there is to it. I mean, your opinions don't have any factual bias, so you can say what you want. It's not going to change my opinion. Chastity Sanders. If I were to be put inside a Resident Evil game, would I go alone or with someone? If someone, who? Well, it probably depends on the game. Majority of the games I know well enough to feel like I'd be able to get through. But other games, for example, Resident Evil 0, or not Umbrella, Dark Side Chronicles, if I were to be put into those games, I would need a partner. And interestingly enough, I would love Man of Muff to join me in a Resident Evil 0 adventure. Now, Resident Evil 4, even though I know well enough, I feel like it would be twice as fun if Wyatt Chachrin joined that. So, huzzah! Do I think Albert Wesker should come back? Do I think? No. They killed him off once. They need to keep him dead. The only way to bring him back would be like a retarded scenario where like it was just a clone or something. That's the usual route, if you ask me. Colin, is there a Resident Evil title that is known for being bad that I actually like? For you, it's Operation Raccoon City, not gonna lie. No problem. Not particularly. Most of them that are considered pretty bad games, I wouldn't play too much. Like, the only one I can think of maybe would be Gaiden, because it's been written off as non-canonical by now, so it wouldn't be a shame to really play it. And also, it's a nice little game on the Game Boy Color. It's just like, it's all in its own thing. So maybe Gaiden, but I'm not saying I like Gaiden. So really, the answer to that question is no. There is no game that I like that's considered bad. Wyatt Chachrin. And here's this question. What was I doing before the stream? What will I be doing after? What was I doing before? I was watching the James Bond movie, A View to a Kill. What am I going to be doing afterward? I'm probably going to start editing my weapon review. I haven't started yet. It's kind of... I'm kind of hesitant for some reason. It's hard to get the motivation to start because it's like a whole different project altogether. Shinobi 03, excluding Nemesis and all tyrants, which one is my favorite boss or favorite boss battle ever? So, besides Nemesis or tyrants, my favorite boss battle, like final boss battle, I would have to say Derek C. Simmons in Resident Evil 6, the end of Leon scenario. And technically Ada's scenario. Dallas Martinez, what's up? I'm doing great. You're playing Resident Evil 7 Madhouse and it's killing you. From what I remember, Madhouse didn't give me too much difficulty. I just learned the game so fast that I mean, I just tackled it head on. I don't know. To each their own. Amar Smojlovic. Who do I think will be returning in the series? I don't know who will be returning. No one knows, except like maybe Capcom development staff. But who do I hope to return? Either Billy Cohen or Carlos Oliveira in some shape or form. Somehow. Even if it's just a cameo. Gotta give them a new piece of content. Or an update on where they've been. They did successfully with Rebecca with Resident Evil Vendetta. So, I mean, even if it has to be a movie, I mean, do it. But the live action movies don't count. That one guy, hello. Logan Kelly, you don't know what slow mode means. So slow mode in this live stream means you guys are restricted to doing to writing a message every 2 minutes. You cannot do more than one message within 2 minutes unless you find this one way that Wyatt Chatra knows, which I'm not going to reveal, otherwise everyone's going to be doing it. Chastity Sanders, if Resident Evil never happened, what would I be doing right now? I probably wouldn't have a YouTube channel. Either that, or I'd be just like everybody else and be doing, like, all kinds of game franchises, maybe. I'd just be another typical gamer YouTuber. Would I really have a distinctive style? No, I feel like I am unique because I keep my channel exclusively Resident Evil. And that's like the main reason I will never stray from it on this channel. Like in terms of gameplay. Smith Wesson, do I know what happened to Chris and Jill's samurai edges after the events of the old games? I don't know. I would imagine they still have them. Like, so, thing is, Chris Redfield, he usually used a Beretta 92F, so even though it's not technically a samurai edge, it's basically the same kind of gun. Jill's samurai edge is the 92F, just with a unique design. It's the design that makes it a samurai edge, not the model. Andre Hernandez, reference to somebody else, I'm not going to butt in. Huzzah, who's the best Resident Evil villain? Well, I can tell you my favorite Resident Evil villain. I'm not saying they're the best, but Nemesis. Is that considered a villain, or is that just like a BOW, so you can't really associate the word villain to it? Okay, villain, Albert Wesker is probably the best Resident Evil villain. Wyatt Chotrin, if I ever needed a mod for these streams, would you be the first in line for that? A moderator? I don't know, man, because I feel like you would you would abuse that power. Because you've made it apparent that these streams mean everything to you, so I feel like you would want to hog the spotlight and make sure no other person gets a comment out. Because you would then have the ability to delete others' comments. Spy Redrum. Have I played Doom before? No. Resident Evil sucks. Would I rather be able to be free from junk mail or free from email spam for the rest of my life? Yeah, there is a difference, right? Spam or junk mail? I would rather be free from email spam. Yeah. Because spam can contain, like, viruses. Junk mail is just, like, when companies get a hold of your account, like, through credit cards or whatnot, and they're just offering you all this bullshit. Man, I can deal with that. But spam mail? No. That one guy. To you, the worst knife is in 5. Okay. I just feel like in the modern games, the knife is a little more useful because the fact that it does not take a slot in your inventory. And it's always on your character. So you always have an opportunity to save ammo. Man of Muff. The best scene in Resident Evil series for you is when Hunter tries to attack Ada, but instead he got Ada's shoes. Yeah. Fire Mario, good evening. You're French, that's why you said that. Did I know there is a Sega Genesis version of Resident Evil? Yes, I did. a lot of the games have multiple ports that some people don't even know about. Resident Evil 1, yeah, it has a Sega Saturn version, which is, well, okay, Sega Genesis. Are you sure about that? Or because I know there's a Sega Saturn version, but I don't think there's a Sega Genesis version of Resident Evil. That's old school, man. That was before Resident Evil was even a thing. Logan Kelly, what are my thoughts on Umbrella Corps? Right now, it's the game I want to avoid the most. No doubt. Because in my personal opinion, that's the worst Resident Evil game. And we're about to get a donation popping up here. And there it is. So, the comment associated with that is, you just found out you can't put email addresses or web URLs, can't be put into chat. Anyway, here's $5 for support. Alright. Omar Cruz Cifuentes. I love like Latino, Spanish, Mexican names like that. They're cool to just try to pronounce. But hello, my friend. Yeah. Wyatt Shot Trend. Best of the weapon customization types in Rev 1 besides damage. Okay. Next best thing, in my personal opinion, is shoot. Charge. Yeah. And Revelations 1, definitely Charge. Chastity Sanders. What was the hardest game for me to beat? The toughest game for me to beat, for sure, was when I was first trying it out and didn't know anything of it, was Code Veronica. Yeah, Code Veronica gave me trouble. Resident Evil 6. Do I play Call of Duty? I have played a couple Call of Duties, and yeah, that's basically the reason I don't play mainstream games. It's the best game franchise ever, in your personal opinion. Okay, I can give you that. You own them all, and you have 100% of them all. Sweet, man. You collect the game. You collect Call of Duty just like I collect Resident Evil. Good on you. If I don't play them, I'm honestly a noob. Yeah, you're right. I am a noob in Call of Duty. I just don't play it enough. Maybe I should play it more. But, hell, you can't do anything about it to make me play more, so I don't care, man. Dude, I like you. You go off about Call of Duty, you can do that. I'm not saying you can't. Because everything you say, in the end of the day, is completely subjective and opinionated, so there's no factual bias. So, Man of Muff. Wyatt said, if I was Ada Place in Umbrella Chronicles, the hunter would have took your leg off. Huh. Andre Hernandez, you enjoyed Resident Evil 6 despite the flaws. That's cool. I enjoy Resident Evil 6 to an extent, like especially in Mercenaries mode. I can always get a kick out of that. And I do like Ada and Leon scenarios. I don't really like Chris and Jake scenarios. Spy Red Rum. A new Resident Evil where Carlos and Billy are the main playable characters. Now, I'm not saying I want to see them both in the same game. See, they were featured in two completely different scenarios. Like, Billy was, like, the beginning of the mansion incident, or no, it was, like, the training facility, right? While Carlos was in the Raccoon City incident, which was, like, a couple months later. So, yeah, there were... I don't know if they could end up being in the same spot. Really. Wyatt Shotron. Joe with a government pistol and damage 3 equipped to it. Oh, geez, you're bringing statistics into it. And weapon upgrades, this is going to be so complicated. But anyway, a government pistol, damage 3 equipped to it, and a Scarmaglione versus Chris with PC 356 and Fire Rate 3 equipped to it, and Vertigo. You're not even keeping the game the same. Vertigo is a Resident Evil 4 exclusive enemy. Which team would win to the fight to the death? Well, out of those two, I'm just going to immediately say government with damage 3, because it has a lot more damage than PC 356. Resident Evil sucks. Okay, that's where you're crossing the line. Do it again, you're gone. Saad Kilth. Hi, Shankar. That's funny. You're good, man. It's been a while, actually. Hello, Omar Cruz Cifuentes. And then you already asked a question. You're good. Omar Smojlovic. Have I decided to make a Resident Evil 7 End of Zoe and Not a Hero Weapons review? Oh yeah, I've long decided. It's gonna happen. I just want to play the DLCs first. Manif. Not gonna go there. Colin. Chris dropped his samurai edge in the forest running from the dogs from That's What I Heard. That's why he starts off with only a knife. Oh, you're talking about for Resident Evil 1. Yeah. I mean, that would be the only logical explanation. Spy Red Rum. What you mean Doom, you mean the classic Doom. I haven't played any Doom Spies, so it doesn't matter. Andre Hernandez. Yeah. And reference to somebody else. Logan Kelly. What is my favorite secret weapon in Resident Evil history? PRL 412. Man, if he keeps going, I will. Shinobi 03, which of these two superpowers would I prefer to get? Teleportation or create multiple versions of myself? Multiple versions. Yeah. I've always been fascinated with Naruto's Shadow Clone Jutsu. And Naruto. Spy Red Rum. Did I know that there was a Game Boy Color version of Resident Evil 1? Yes, I did. It's unreleased. It's possible to actually get our hands on it. Would I include it on this channel? I don't know. It's debatable. That one guy, Broken Butterfly or Smith & Wesson M29? Broken Butterfly. Yeah. Firemauer. When you said Genesis Mega Drive because there's a fan game, I don't count fan games to the series canon. And did you just donate again? Oh my god. Alright, Wyatt Chachrin, Dragignazo. Oh gosh. I almost forgot about that creature. Versus Sadler's final form. Dragignazo. And there's Wyatt. There's another donation from Wyatt. I need to answer your first question first, Wyatt. I'd say Sadler's final form. Huzzah! Okay, now, real quick, let's see Wyatt's second donation question. What are my ultimate thoughts on ResidentEvil.net? Do I ever use it? Why don't I use it anymore? Does it suck? Okay, so I stopped using it because it became a commitment that I rather would not take in. It became a commitment that I didn't want. See, like, I did like the idea of, like, gaining Resident Evil points to buy certain stuff for every Resident Evil game that featured. But then too many games got ported to it. They started ResidentEvil.net with Resident Evil 6. Since, I believe, Rev 1, Rev 2, 7, and Remake and 0, I think they're all part of it now. And it's just way too much. That's way too many games to try to keep up on. Like, especially when it comes to challenges and whatnot. So no, I don't use it anymore. And that's why. And does it suck? No, I'm not saying it sucks. I'm just saying I can't commit to it anymore. So, yeah, if you have that much time to waste in your life, then you could probably manage to do that. See, I am a working man at the age of 23. I just don't have the time to do that anymore. Alright, now back to where I was in the stream. Huzzah! Can your brother borrow my beard? Needs to grow it out, man. All I did was I shaved it one day and I just never touched it again. And it's been 7 months now. Alright, Resident Evil sucks. Would I rather be fluent? Would I rather be fluent in all languages and never be able to travel? Or be able to travel anywhere for a year but never learn a word of a different language? I would rather be able to travel anywhere, just not learn other languages. It's probably how my life is going to happen, exactly. That one guy. Bro, you're taking a trollish route. I suggest you tread lightly. Saad Kilf. Shanks. The one I play, Resident Evil 6, play at with no mercy, please, because the hard Resident Evil 5 professional. Yeah, I understand that, and that will happen. I will do a playthrough of Resident Evil 6. in No Mercy mode. That's gonna be great. Wyatt Chatra and Drag Ignazo versus U3. Am I... Let me see here. I need to look up the Dragon Nozo. I'm not even sure if I'm remembering it right. Yeah, the Drag Ignacio is like that battering ram thing, yeah. Okay, gotcha. So, right. So, U3 versus that thing? In that case, I feel like the Drag Ignazo is going to come out on top. Alright, Man of Muff. In reference to someone else, I'm not going to read it. Okay, Resident Evil sucks. Would I rather have an unlimited international first-class ticket or never have to pay for food at restaurants? I would rather have an unlimited international first-class ticket. Yeah, because then I can go anywhere. And, like, have a decent flight, at least. Alright, that one guy... Have my girlfriend play Call of Duty and me watch, or she talks trash about Resident Evil all day and I have to listen. I'd rather just watch her play Call of Duty. I have no problem. I wouldn't have a problem watching someone play Call of Duty. I'm just not going to play it. Victor Montalbano. Of the games I have left, which one am I most looking forward to doing a Let's Play? Resident Evil 4. I cannot wait until I get to Resident Evil 4. Because it will finally be the time where I'm playing a game that I'm a lot better versed at. Like, that I have a lot more experience with. As for Resident Evil 0, which is next, I don't know much about it. Then Dead Aim, I've only played it a couple times, but it's a decently easy game, I think, so I'm not going to have too much trouble with that. And then Outbreak and Outbreak File 2, I know really good, it's just they're very complex games, so regardless that I know it very good, they're going to be kind of hard. Alright. Wyatt Chatra and Drag Ignazo versus El Gigante. In that case, El Gigante is going to win. I think it's a little bigger than the Drag Ignazo. Alright, Resident Evil sucks. Would I rather see what was behind every closed door or be able to guess the combination of every safe on the first try? I'd rather be able to guess the combination of every safe. Andre Hernandez, you think Resident Evil 6 is a decent game let down by the awful story, annoying enemies, QTEs, and lack of exploration and horror. The gameplay is great, especially the counterattacks. Yeah, it's a combination of a whole bunch of elements that make it good and bad at the same time. Shinobi 03, do I love or hate April Fool's Day? Neither. I'm neutral about it. I let people go about it, but I don't participate in it. Man of Muff, why did I show Chris's instant death by the Chimera? It was just something, I just happened to be still recording after I recorded showing Rebecca in the triggering system room. And I just forgot to stop recording on my way out, and like, instead of just quitting the game to get back to the menu, sometimes I just go the extra mile and watch a death. And so, simply because I forgot to stop recording when I did that. So I decided, well, why not just throw it in there real quick to make these a little more entertaining, you know? That one guy, would I be okay? Okay, this is an okay question. Just be careful about family questions, dude. Would it be okay... Would I be okay with it if my mother dated my boss? No. Not right now. Because she's married. Spy Red Rum. Jill can one-hand a revolver. Chris punches a boulder. I'm trying to think of when Jill one-hands a revolver, though. Where does she one-hand a revolver? Can't remember. Someone... help me out there. Wyatt Chatra In the time section in Revelations where I have to run to gain access to the drone fight controls, you killed Rachel with the rocket launcher. Huh. Colin, would I ever do like an hour video on my thoughts of beta, early build, canceled Resident Evil games? It'd be cool to hear my thoughts on them. It would be a project that I wouldn't have time to really consider, Colin. It's like, I don't do discussions like that. I don't do a simple share of thoughts video. Not usually. It's not my kind of thing. Logan Kelly, Resident Evil 2 Tyrant post Lava Fall versus Nemesis. Gotcha. So yeah, the full version of Mr. X versus Nemesis. Well, which version of Nemesis? Like, if it's his regular version, yeah, then Mr. X is going to come out on top. But if Nemesis is in a second or final form, I think Mr. X is not going to have a chance. Oh, what? You're continuing your comment. You kill with the rocket launcher. The game gave you and scanned her. Will she come back regardless that she looked permanently dead? I feel like she comes back regardless if she seems dead. All right, Resident Evil 6. Would I rather live in virtual reality where I am all powerful, or live in the real world and be able to go anywhere but not be able to interact with anyone or anything? Between those two options, I'd probably rather live in the virtual reality. Man, if Excella versus Claire. Claire. Spy Red Rum. Best to worst magnums from each game. Okay, Spy Red Rum, that's a little too broad of a question. You need to be more specific. I can't do questions that spawn across the entire franchise on a subject like that. Because every single game has at least, like, 2 magnums, so, and there's, like, over 20 games. That would be 40 weapons I have to rank from best to worst, so no. That is way too big of a question. Do it by game. Anyway, we did just get a donation from Saad Kilf. Sorry your English is shit, but you are from Saudi Arabia. Okay. That's cool, man. I don't discriminate. I don't care wherever anyone's from. If they partake in this live stream, it's cool. And a donation makes you even better. So, yeah, man. You're good. And I was able to read that whole sentence and understand exactly what you were saying. So, you haven't done anything. You haven't had a bad sentence yet, as far as I know. Alright. Jeez. So, Wyatt Chatran, marry a female skag dead, ugh. Or marry a female U3. Female U3. Smith Wesson, who would I rather date? Lisa Trevor or Alexis Ashford? Alexia, you mean? In her first form. Okay. Anyway, to answer that question, Smith Wesson, I'd rather date Alexia Ashford in her first form. She doesn't look that grotesque in her first form. I mean, she's basically a plant merged with a human, but once she goes into, like, her second form, then it's kind of weird. But anyway, okay, Wyatt Chatran. Donation, last super chat for the win. You don't know that. Someone might top you right now just because. Who knows? We'll see. Oh, okay, Man of Muff. When am I going to play Resident Evil 7 DLC? After I upload the weapon review of Resident Evil Remake. And even then, not sure how long it's going to take. I feel like... So, I put in a lot of dedication to the full play of Resident Evil Remake. Now that I'm finally done with it, I feel like I deserve, like, a bit of a break from, like, content creating. So, even though I'm still, like, doing stuff, I'm doing it at a much slower pace. So, I can't tell you exactly when I'll finally be doing that Man of Muff, but don't expect it within, like, at least a few weeks. Resident Evil sucks. Would I rather never be able to eat meat or never be able to eat vegetables? Ugh. I would rather never be able to eat vegetables because, I'm going to be brutally honest, I don't eat enough vegetables in my life right now. White Chatron, Malakota versus Delago. Okay, I kind of forgot what the Malakota was, but let me look it up real quick. I always have ResidentEvil.net, or Wiki, on standby. Oh, the Malakota is that lake monster from Revelations. Okay. Versus Delago. Well, the Malakota is a lot bigger in comparison, so... And it has, like, tentacle arms, so yeah, we'll go with Malakota. Amar Smojlovic, the Sig 556, the Lightning Hawk, M3, and a Blacktail, or a Heckler & Koch MP5, Colt Python from the remake, M3, and a Samurai Edge. Which loadout would I pick? Out of those two loadouts, I'd go with the Sig 556 Blacktail Lightning Hawk M3 loadout. Yes. Skipping that. Spy Red Rum. Resident Evil 3 is where Jill one-hands a revolver. Oh! Jeez. Yeah, you're right. How did I not remember that? That is, like, actually a key scene in the Resident Evil series. She finishes off Nemesis. God, what am I thinking? I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. That's right. And 5 is where Chris punches a freaking bullet. Yeah, everyone knows that. Logan Kelly. Yeah. Alright. Alright, who's Jack Krauser with no powers versus Albert Wesker with no powers? Who wins? If neither of them have powers, I feel like Jack Krauser will win, just from brute strength. Alright, Resident Evil 6. Would I rather give up watching TV/movies for a year or give up playing games for a year? I'd actually give up playing games for a year because in my free time, I do watch a lot more movies and TV than play games. I seem to, these days, I only play games like just for a quick thrill or for my channel. So, yeah, I've like transitioned from gamer to like film buff, something like that. Shinobi 03. YouTube plans to ban gun videos. You pray they don't mistake my weapon reviews for real guns and ban my channel. Well, now that you bring that up, now you got me worried. Because I never even considered that. Yeah. That would be... That would really be unfortunate, actually. Yeah. Now this whole gun debate is getting questionable. Like, okay, yeah, no doubt, with the whole school shootings and whatnot, but to go as far as to ban them from, like, videos and whatnot, no. I feel like that's taking it way too far. Wyatt Chatron, Malakota versus Irving's final form. Still Malakota. Okay, Gaming 100, I see you're trying to get under my skin. That's not going to work. Saad Kilf. Sorry, your English is... Oh, yeah, that's the donation. Andre Hernandez. Leon has the best campaign, Chris has the best story, and Jake hand-to-hand combat and new snack fights. Okay. Spy Red Rum. Best to worst Magnum from 1 to 4. Spy, just do one game. Okay? It's too much. Man of Muff. Alright, no, I'm skipping that one. Logan Kelly, second form Nemesis. I don't know what that's saying. White Chatron, Malakota versus Delago versus Irving's final form in a vicious 3-way battle to the death. Still Malakota. Andre Hernandez. They're gonna ban gun videos. Okay. Like, in any sense, I feel like that's taking it a step far. Like gun tutorials... Well, I can see their motive. I mean, it's teaching people to handle guns, hence we'll probably get more people going crazy with them, but... It's educational, man. Alright. Sure, whatever. Resident Evil sucks. Would I rather always be able to see 5 minutes into the future or always be able to see 100 years into the future? "5 minutes," because, yeah, I feel like 100 years would give me way too much to look forward to, which I'm not even going to live to see. So it'd kind of be, you know, it would kind of be moot. But 5 minutes, I could react to something before it even happens, in case, if it ever puts me in danger, you know? Man of Muff. Ashley versus Excella versus Jessica in a 3-way fight. Jessica. Wyatt Shawtrend. Choose from the following 2 loadouts to survive the Skag Dead apocalypse. Oi. Rev 1's M40A1 rifle with damage 3. I really hate it when you put statistics on it, man. That makes it so much more complicated. 2 BOW decoy grenades or Resident Evil 7's attack coin, or Rev 1's MP5 machine gun with a fire rate. Resident Evil 4 hand grenade is so right off the bat, I can tell that the first loadout is better. I don't even have to think about it. Smith & Wesson, or just Smith Wesson. In the weapon review of Remake, will I finally test Barry's Silver Serpent 44 Magnum against bosses and use that for the explosive headshot? So, Smith Wesson, I did do the newest explosive headshot with Barry's Magnum, so you can calm down about that. I'm only testing the Barry's Magnum on one enemy, and that's the Tyrant. That's not the final part of the game. Rather, it's when you see him for the first time in the little lab. Because I'm comparing it to the regular Magnum when it comes to damage rate. So that's to answer your question. All right, Resident Evil 6. Would I rather have super sensitive taste or super sensitive hearing? Super sensitive taste, I feel like, would be better. Especially if it's something that I like. Those dopamine levels are shooting through the roof, man. Tina Schroeder. Dang, you're late. Only have, like, 21 minutes left. But it's cool you're here. Okay, reference to somebody else. I'm not going to bother. Spy Redrum. Jack Krauser versus Chris Redfield. Note, Chris is from Resident Evil 5. Okay, that version of Chris. So Resident Evil 5 Chris versus Jack Krauser. Well, Jack Krauser has the advantage of his plugger, but Leon was able to defeat him, for Christ's sake, so Chris certainly can. Wyatt Shotron, a Fenrir versus a Comio. I'm going to say Comio. I feel like they have a little more ability. Man of Muff. You have to see YouTube plans after the stream. Okay. Resident Evil 6. Would I rather be a practicing doctor or a medical researcher? Medical researcher would be, I think, a little more interesting for me. Spy Redrum. Sorry. Best to worst Magnum from Resident Evil 4. Okay, that's more like it. So best to worst, that would be Hand Cannon, Broken Butterfly, then Killer 7. Alright. Wyatt Shotron. 2 Fenrirs, 2 Comios, and 1 Cerberus versus 1 Skagdead. Still like that Skagdead's still gonna come out on top. Tina Schroeder. Can I do you a big favor? Can I say hello to your younger brother Heinz? He's sitting right there and is a big fan of my weapon reviews. What's up, Heinz? It's Shankster94. I'm glad you watched the weapon reviews. Glad you enjoy them. You're going to get a brand new one here soon. Maybe in a couple weeks' time. But yeah, it will be like a brand new version of Resident Evil Remake. Hope you like that game. Okay. Yeah, that one guy is hacked. Because he never went that route before. I'm not going to block you. Because I have a feeling something's wrong with your channel. Or you're just having a bad day. But, yeah. Or it's someone duplicating your account. Resident Evil sucks. French kid. You feel the question is moral? That is not a moral question. At all. That's incestual and disgusting. So, I'm afraid this is the end of the line for you. Alright, Logan Kelly. All tyrants in history in a free-for-all brawl would win. All tyrants in history in a free-for-all brawl, who would win? All the tyrants? So which one is the best, is basically what you're asking. God, that is tough, but... I'm just bobbing my head back and forth. We're gonna go... I'm gonna go with Talos. Man of Muff. Yeah, exactly. That's what happened. Wyatt Chutrin. When two Skag Dead suddenly bust into the casino room in Revelations 1 and are playing as Chris and Jessica, was that an oh shit format? Oh yeah, for sure. Colin, did I hear about the Resident Evil show that got canned? It was called Arklay, and took place right before Resident Evil 2. Marvin from Resident Evil 2 was even in the little reveal they had. It looked good. I think I did hear about that show. I didn't hear about it getting canned, though. I wasn't really following it. Keegan Starkey. Who would win, Tyrant or Mr. X? Mr. X, due to the fact that he has 2 claws, not just 1. Tina Schroeder, who's older, me or my girlfriend? I am. Spy Redrum. How about a Resident Evil game where there is a shooting range to practice with each gun before the main story starts? Maybe for the modern Resident Evils, but even then, that's taking it to a more weapony route, which contributes to the actiony route, which I don't really favor that much. So, my personal opinion, I think we could do without that. All right, Wyatt Chotran. You, I, and Marat Balamza are fighting through Revelations 1 when we encounter the first Skag Dead. In order to complete the mission, I must sacrifice either you or Marat Balamza. You have better knowledge of the ship, but Marat has a bit more shotgun ammo. Who do I sacrifice and who take with you? Well, in that scenario, I guess Marat's getting canned because more ammo doesn't always mean better. Andre Hernandez. Arklay had potential. You enjoy the weapon reviews. Yeah. Yeah. Tina Schroeder. Who is my favorite villain except Wesker? My favorite villain? Krauser. Jack Krauser. Alright. Watch out, trend. Me, you, and Jill are fighting through Rev 1. When we're coming back from some recon, you spot you and Jill haven't doing it, during which I wait from a distance so as not to interrupt. After your little session, however, I overhear you guys plotting to betray me by letting a Skaga get you. How do I react to this? I'm shooting you both dead. No questions. Logan Kelly. What is my favorite form of William Birkin? His second to last. Like when he's a rampaging dog, basically. And I made it to the bottom of the chat. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Resident Evil Sucks was just Darker Fox yet again in a third account. Due to the fact that he shows up the stream after I blocked Eric Winters. Anyway, Spy Redrum. What do I want in a Resident Evil game? Billy as a main character and takes place after 1 but before 2? Is there more to your question? Because now you have to wait 2 minutes before you can submit it again. You know, I don't know how I feel about them making a brand new game, but that acts like a prequel to something. If they go all the way back to 1998 for a main series title, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that's jumping the gun. If they made some sort of spin-off or non-numbered title that was a direct sequel to 0, then I might be alright with it. Maybe Revelations 3, I don't know. Wyatt Chatron, my 4th least favorite brand of mustard. I don't like mustard at all, so I'm not going to answer that question. I don't even know more than like Heinz. Man of Muff. You think I'm going to shoot only Wyatt, not Jill? I don't know. They're both plotting, so they're both my adversaries then. Amar Smozlovic. Is it possible for Capcom to make a game to where I would play as Chris and Leon, but it was about Evie in Resident Evil 7, and they found out that she was still alive, and Zoe went crazy and Jack's brother, what? Hell. I wouldn't recommend them making a game like that. By the way, Amar, if the end of that, if that has something to do with End of Zoe, keep it to yourself. I still haven't played it yet. So, I mean, that doesn't really sound spoilers. Everything you said kind of sounds familiar, but I haven't played it yet. Alright, Tina Schroeder. When we get to Outbreak, when we would be in Outbreak, game as characters, which skills would I have? What a random troll. Which skills would what a random troll and you? I'm sorry, Tina, that sentence is worded pretty badly. I'm not really getting the question. Like, I'm reading it as follows. When we would be in a Outbreak game as characters, which skills would have I, Wyatt, a random troll, and I? Or you, I mean. I'm not getting the question. Wyatt Chatrin, Wyndham, the Mossberg 500 in real life, right? Or the MagTech MT586 to survive an ooze apocalypse. Please look at the second one. It's the only thing you ask you to look at the stream. Fine. I mean, I'm ahead in the chat anyway, so I could kill some time. MT586P2. Okay. Well, out of those two, oh, probably the MT. Just by sheer looks, but I don't know much about it. Logan Kelly, did I play Resident Evil 7 in virtual reality or normal? I played it normally. I have it on the Xbox One, not the PS4, so I didn't do the VR. Manef, you missed talking to me on the PS4. I know, man. Just these last few weeks have actually been busier than usual, and I sort of fallen out of playing Crash Bandicoot. I'm not really playing it that much anymore. So I don't know if you'll see me on there anytime soon. Because I'm very OCD about what I do in my free time before I have to work. Alright, give you a moment, Tina Schroeder. Huh, I never realized your English is bad. I mean, that was the first time I really couldn't understand what you were asking. Spy Red Rum. Okay, that's the continuation of the last question. So, let me see here. So, would I run a Resident Evil game where Billy is his main character and takes place after 1 but before 2, or a Resident Evil Carlos taking place in Japan where he is the BSAA soldier but it takes place around the Suicide Forest and the monsters were scientists and random people who are infected with a virus? Okay, well, out of those two scenarios, I'd probably rather go with the Carlos scenario in Japan where he's BSAA. I wouldn't be surprised if he somehow ended up in BSAA. Just because, you know? Alright, Wyatt Chachin. Trivia question. What is the first thing Sadler ever says to Leon in Resident Evil 4? Wouldn't it be feeble humans? Let us give you our power? I mean, even though Leon is like semi-unconscious, I feel like that is technically the first thing that Sadler says to Leon. It is feeble humans. Let us give you our power. Soon you'll be unable to resist this awesome power. Something like that. Intoxicating power. There we go. Alright, Wyatt Chatra and also the Gyozo versus Sea Creeper. I think I remember what the Gyozo is, but let me just check it real quick. Well, okay, it's the two aquatic enemies from Revelations 1. They're both in one. Well, Sea Creeper, I feel like, is a little more lethal. That one guy, you're back. You think you were hacked for a second. You think? Yeah, we'll see. Man, if I was in trouble, who do I want to save me? Jill or Sheva? Jill. I feel like she's more, like, experienced. Andre Hernandez. Watch a long parody of Resident Evil 6 that has over-the-top humor, or a game that includes zombie cats. You see, I always wondered why they didn't include cats into the Resident Evil games. They're just as common as a pet as dogs, so... Or animal, for that matter, so... I would play a game that includes zombie cats. Yeah. Alright. Wyatt Chatra, KMF. Here we go. Lady Hunk, Angela from Degeneration, and Manuela Hidalgo, completely uninfected with anything. She was a little young, so she's definitely not getting fucked. Okay, in that sense, unfortunately, Manuela is getting killed. I'm marrying Angela, and I'm screwing Lady Hunk. Oh, yeah. Tina Schroeder. Which skills would I, Wyatt, a random troll, and you have when we're characters in the Outbreak game? There you go. Now I get it. So what skills would we all have? Well, I'm trying to think here. The problem is, Tina, I don't know how you are in real life, so it's really hard for me to give you an attribute. And a random troll, I mean, I would have to use one. Okay, well, let's see here. The random troll would kind of have an ability similar to Jim's, where he can play possum and maybe have like a lower virus infection rate, something like that. Or something, or be like bait for enemies for us to, you know. Wyatt would probably have an intellectual skill of some sort. He'd probably be the leader of our pack, more or less. Me, I feel like I should have some sort of, like, weapon handling skill. Like, supreme accuracy, or, I don't know, firing speed, something like that. So you... I'm trying to think of this random ability. Maybe you'd just be you would have a speed ability. You would be the fastest of all of us, like, when it comes to running speed. And, you know. So, there you go. Amar Smojlovic, Barry Burton or Joe Baker, who'd win in a fight? See, I don't know Joe Baker yet. I know Jack Baker. So, I don't really know who Joe Baker is when it comes to... So, apparently, he's kind of like another Barry Burton. So, but I know Barry Burton. I don't know Joe Baker. So, I'm biased. I'm going with Barry Burton. That one guy, what happened to Eric Winters? He got blocked because he eventually claimed that he was actually, in fact, Darker Fox 12. The original, the first, real annoying troll on my streams. Wyatt Shotran, you don't count feeble humans since Leon is not awake to hear it. The first piece of dialogue, I still win, Wyatt, because you didn't specify. Wyatt Chatran, KMF, Carolyn Lawrence, voice of Ashley, Ali Hillis, voice of Jessica, and Nina Farron, voice of Excella. KMF. See, I don't know what any of these people look like in real life, and I really don't know if I want to take the time to look it up. I'm just trying to... I'd probably screw Ollie Hillis. I would kill Carolyn Lawrence, regardless of her looks, because it's her voice that gave Ashley her annoying personality. So, I wouldn't be able to tolerate Carolyn's voice, probably. So she's dying, so I guess that means I'm marrying Nina Farron, the voice of Excella. She has a seductive voice, no doubt. Smith Wesson. Other than the rocket launcher or Albert 01, what gun do I think would be able to kill Jack Baker? Eventually, the shotgun, no, the automag. Yeah. Wyatt Chatran, what did I think of the sexual tension between Jessica and Chris in Revelations 1? Why do I think Chris didn't go for her even though she clearly wanted him? Probably because he secretly does, like, love Jill and maintains that. Who knows what they do behind the scenes? Colin, favorite Resident Evil female? For you, it's Jill. Mine is Ada Wong. Shinobi03, you're starting Not a Hero tomorrow, completely blind. Wish you luck. Alright, man, good luck. I'll eventually be doing the same thing. Wyatt Chatran, KMF, female Skagdead, female Fat Molded, and female Chaos. Okay, well, the freaking Chaos is way too big to even have a sustained relationship with in any case, so that thing is dying. The Skagdead has a fucking, like, blade saw arm, so that would... I wouldn't be able to get it on with that thing, so I guess I'm just going to simply marrying it. So the female Fat Molded's getting screwed, I guess. Spy Redrum, what if Umbrella made a praying mantis and a house centipede? During which one would I want to fight? No, I will be given a hand cannon and K98 Mauser rifle while the centipede an M16 and a SPAS 12. Well, you're giving the centipede a weapon. So in that case, I'm going with the praying mantis. All right, that one guy. Who do I think of my subs are the best at each Resident Evil? Well, that's kind of hard to determine. I only know the ones who've been contributing like a lot of information, and that's the timer going off. So the questions are going to stop with that one guy's question for Resident Evil 4. Am I going to do normal or special weapons? All right, so let's catch up now. So who do I think my subs are the best of each Resident Evil? Well, I know Marat Balams is probably the best at Resident Evil Remake. Wyatt Chatran would be Resident Evil 4. Man of Muff would be Resident Evil 0. As for all the rest of them, I don't know, because no one else has really put in their 2 cents. Not as much, anyway. So I can't really answer that question, that one guy. Andre Hernandez, zombie cats aren't as dangerous as zombie dogs. Well, may as well include zombie lions. Well, they may be not as dangerous, but it would just make sense if they included them, because they're a common animal. Wyatt Chatran, in real life, would I rather die in the underwater section of Rev 1, or die about midway through Ethan Must Die mode in Resident Evil 7, which would be Shankster Must Die in this case. I don't know if I want to die by drowning, but it may not be as brutal as Ethan Must Die. So yeah, we'll go with Revelations 1. All right, Tina Schroeder, if I could create my own virus, what would it be? I have no idea. Would it be just a random letter virus like everything else, or like a weird name like Las Plagas or Ouroboros or Abyss or Veronica? I don't know. I don't really have the brain power to answer that. Man, what do I think is the best character in Resident Evil 5 Merc's Reunion? Barry Burton. Wyatt Chatran, be forced to do my Resident Evil 4 full play without using any hand grenades or without ever using my knife, besides the QTE. Without using the knife. Smith Wesson. Carolyn Lawrence is the voice of Sandy Cheeks in SpongeBob. And Cindy Vortex and Jimmy Neutron. That's funny. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, it makes sense. It's that voice. It's that, like... It is that voice. Damn, that's awesome. That is an awesome fact. Because I know all three of those characters. And yeah, when I think about their voices, you're right. They're all the same. More or less. Maybe a little dialect when it comes to Sandy Cheeks, because she's Texan, but you know. Alright, Amar Smarzlovic. If the Baker estate existed and I had to go with the loadout I pick, who should I pick as a partner, and it can't be Chris? If the Baker estate existed and I had to go with the loadout I pick, I pick the loadout and who I should pick as a partner I should pick. It can't be Chris. Okay. Then I guess Ethan. Ethan as my partner in the loadout would be the Albert R1 pistol, the shotgun, the second shotgun that you get. Can't remember the name. And the grenade launcher with flame rounds. Alright. That one guy. For Resident Evil 4, here's the final question. For Resident Evil 4, am I going to do normal weapons or special weapons? Well, the thing is, I'm not going to be playing Resident Evil 4 enough times to really get a good use out of the special weapons. I'm going to feature them in the epilogue, but yeah, you're not going to see a full-blown playthrough with the PRL 412 or anything like that. So, normal weapons would be the answer to my question. Alright, so that is going to end this Q&A. Hope you guys enjoyed. Got a couple people who thought they were smart, but no. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next Q&A, number 48. And, which will most likely come first before the weapon review. Because the weapon review takes a little longer to edit than a full play, to be honest, so. But until then, this is Shankster94, aka The Gamer Shankster. Rate, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow these links, Facebook, Twitter, Patreon. Shout out to White Chatron for being my one and only patron as of this moment. And peace out.